It's Senator James Lankford and my bride Cindy, and we are out here in front of the Supreme Court, which is on the other side of the street from that other building, that United States Capitol, where I work on it. But we're across from the Supreme Court because tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time is the Dobbs case. It comes before the Supreme Court. It is the case that actually deals with the issue of abortion. And it is the case that has the opportunity to be able to actually pull back Roe v. Wade as the law of the land. Why does that matter on that? Roe v. Wade, 1973, the Supreme Court came up with an arbitrary ruling saying that every state had to allow abortion once a child was viable, but they didn't define what viable is. It's still a crazy term now because kids are viable at different ages of development and everything else. And they put that viable term out there. And for the last 48 years, the country's been struggling with that decision. Obviously, we're a very divided nation on the issue of life, but we're a nation also that's passionate about children. And we continue to be able to talk about the fact that children in the womb are still children. There's nothing different about a child in the womb or a child in kindergarten other than time. And so we're exposing that truth, and we're praying for this Supreme Court. And this is a group of students that Cindy and I are hanging out with in front of the Supreme Court that are actually camping out here all night, praying for the Supreme Court and the justices in their decision-making process. So I want to just be able to have you introduce yourself real quick, be able to say hello, tell us where you're from.
Hi, I'm Van Labadie from Nashville, Tennessee, and I go to school at the George Washington University.
Doesn't he sound like he's from Nashville, Tennessee? It's like a genuine accent there going on, so yeah.
I'm Ryan Utchison, and I go to law school in Naples, Florida.
Come on.
Hey, I'm Parker Staub. I'm from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and I go to the George Washington University.
Nice.
I'm Jilly Tuttleby, and I go to Mississippi College right outside of Jackson.
Okay, so Mississippi's kind of the whole focus right now because obviously the Dobbs case came out of Mississippi, so that's a big deal. So you're kind of proud of your state?
Yes, definitely.
It's a big deal for it to be able to come from that state. Now, it could have come from anywhere. The court actually chose the case they wanted to be able to take, which is the case that's a law in Mississippi. It talks about 15 weeks gestation. That's the law that's actually being challenged all the way to the Supreme Court now they took. So it's a big deal. They all come from Mississippi, so yeah.
I'm Natalie. I am from Richmond, Virginia, and I go to Regent University.
Nice.
I'm Talitha. I am from Fredericksburg, Virginia. I go to Germanna Community College.
Nice.
I'm Don. I'm also from Fredericksburg, Virginia, and I attend Liberty University.
Great.
I'm Lily North. I'm from San Diego, California. I go to San Diego State University.
Wow, California. That's a long way. Okay.
I'm Isabella, and I'm from Palm Beach, Florida, and I attend the George Washington University.
Okay. Isabella, how cold is it out here?
It's pretty cold, but I've been here for 3 years, so I'm pretty used to it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm out here in a heavy coat. It's cold out here. Let me just tell you. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Miami, so I'm also very cold. I'm Natalie, and I go to the George Washington University.
Great.
Hi, I'm Laura Lane, and I'm from Mississippi College as well. So, yeah, from Mississippi.
It's a big deal.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm from New York, and I go to Liberty University.
Great. Glad you're here, Chloe. Hi, what's your name?
Cindy Lankford.
Yeah. And
I'm from Oklahoma.
Yeah, very much from Oklahoma. Y'all, listen, it's a great atmosphere here. This is just a small group of the students. There's another whole group that's over there. This group of students literally praying, gathering, camping out all evening long, ready to be able to have their spot to be able to be here. There'll be a rally that'll be on these steps tomorrow. The case itself starts at 10 a.m. and will be argued for about an hour and a half to 2 hours for the oral arguments. There's no cameras inside the courtroom. It'll all be live streamed by audio, and you'll be able to connect to that if you go to our page. We'll also be able to connect you to that live stream as well. And so we're grateful to be able to be a part of this evening, to be able to pray for justices, and to be able to stand up for the most basic right that we have as Americans. We started with our very Declaration of Independence, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And we are grateful that the Supreme Court has taken this case back up. Listen, the whole case that was called Plessy versus Ferguson in the 1890s did the separate but equal. That it wasn't until the 1950s, literally 56 years later, when the Supreme Court reheard the case and said separate but not equal is not equal, and it ended segregation. The Supreme Court made a wrong decision in the 1800s in Plessy versus Ferguson. They corrected that in the 1950s by saying segregation is not right. We should have never agreed to that. We're praying the same thing with the Roe v. Wade case, that they'll look at the value of life again.
So exciting to stand with these students who are camping out all night. 18 to 21-year-olds, would you say? And what they want to be is the post-Roe generation.
That's right.
We are looking all forward to that moment to be able to see that. So God bless y'all. Look forward to the ongoing dialogue. I'm sure you have questions and comments about what's going on. Feel free to be able to reach out to our office. We're glad to be able to talk about it. You go to lankford.senate.gov, lankford.senate.gov, and that'll give you all the details of what's happening, and we'll be able to answer your questions on that as we encourage people to be able to pray and pay attention to what's happening at this court, because it most certainly matters. Over the past couple of years, I've been very involved in getting justices in the Supreme Court that will just follow the law. We've not been able to get from them how they're going to vote on this issue. We don't know. All that I've asked them as we've gone through the process is look at the Constitution, follow the law. And we pray that they do that exactly tomorrow. So we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.